Hi, I'm Larry Lorenzen. Lorenzen Ranches, we started in 1959. Over the years, our program has strived on performance, fertility, and maternal traits. The bulls we produce have to adapt to the conditions where our customers are located, whether it be in high desert, where elevations that run anywhere from 5,000 to 8,000 feet, or in the plains. These cattle work in all kinds of conditions.
When we started with Red Angus, the main thing we were looking for was animals that could, in our environment, they have to make it on their own. We just can't simply watch all those cows. So we went to the Red Angus knowing their calving easeability, watched the EPDs, took care of our paperwork, bought the kind of bulls we wanted, and it worked out really well. Once we started raising those calves and selling those calves, we found out that they were real performers in the feedlot.
I've been using Lorenzen bulls for 9 years now. Back in 2002, my cattle were grading 80-85% choice. Over the past 8-9 years, we've gone from 80-85% up to 98-100% choice. Using the Lorenzen bulls, I feel I get better traveling, better breeding conception in a natural service environment by using bulls that are adapted to my environment because they were raised in the same environment.
The bulls have to travel big country. We summer on a 90,000 acre forest permit, and they cover every square inch of it by the end of the fall. And good feet and legs, stay sound throughout the year.
We like to think we buy a higher quality bull than a lot of people do, and consequently we get a little more for our cattle. We sell our cattle over video auctions mostly.
When we sell bulls, we're not just like most seed stock guys, put our ball cap on with our name on it for a day and sell a bull. We like to be involved in the whole process of owning and selling those bulls, whether that's talking to them how the calves are doing at birth with calving ease, or how they're weaning off, or how they're gaining. Talk about how different marketing approaches they can do with those calves.
In the last several years, we've sold a good share of our cattle, our calves, on Superior Video Market in Winnemucca. They've represented them well. The calves have sold well and done well for the owners, and happy to say the last couple of years, Lorenzens have ponied up and bought a couple of groups of our calves to put through their feedlot. So I think their bulls have been doing well for us, and I think our cattle have been doing well for them.
We've got about 45 seconds to offer a lot of cattle, and that lot of cattle is going to be somebody's bottom dollar, or that's their paycheck for the entire year. So all these icons in an auction setting all make a huge difference to a buyer. When they're carrying that Lorenzen Ranch logo in Progressive Genetics, there is definitely a heightened level of awareness about the cattle, some excitement. They're willing to give more money.
In the past, we've never had anything that we can measure with on a national scale. When the Red Angus came out with the Gridmaster program, we are pretty much one of the top seed stock producers that produce Gridmaster awards year after year after year.
We're from a little town of Fossil, Oregon. Our natural beef program with no hormones, no antibiotics, and we use a lot of cattle in the feed yard. We use like 25,000 a year. We use a lot of Lorenzen cattle. They seem to perform real well. We do about 90% choice, in which they'll fit into our program at that.
Beef Northwest has been in the cattle business for 20 years. We've been feeding cattle, and one of the first things that we looked for 20 years ago was to establish alliances with really aggressive, proactive producers. And we got to know the Lorenzen Ranch many years ago and started feeding their cattle. And one of the goals of that was to see how they do. And we evaluated those cattle over the years and found out that they made about $50 or $60 more than our average generic cattle. The cattle grade too, and that brings a lot of money back to us or our customers that feed the Lorenzen genetics. So we're real happy with what they've done in the feedlot. We're real happy with what they've done on the rail, and bottom line, they make everybody money.
We've been partners with them on cattle over the last several years. That helps us get out and sample our customers' cattle. We bring them in, we feed those cattle, and get the data back, and we can help tailor our customers' cattle, their programs. If they're lacking some muscle or they need more marbling, we've got the ability to adapt and help those producers select the type of cattle that will help their programs out.
We sell a large volume of bulls every year. A lot of half brothers, 3/4 brothers, soon to be full brothers. So guys can come in and really have a uniform set of bulls. They can have a real uniform set of calves. Selling a variety of, we're selling Red Angus and Sim Angus and Simmental bulls. So there's a large variety of heterosis options for people that have been using certain type of cattle for years. They can switch things up and add more pounds and fertility to their cattle as well. We stand behind our product 100%. We guarantee everything we sell. We also offer free delivery on volume purchases. No matter where you are, we'll get them to you.
One of the reasons we chose Lorenzen bulls was I like to go to a bull sale where I have a wide variety of bulls to choose from. If I go to a sale, we run a couple thousand head of cattle here, and so I have quite a few bulls. If I go to a small bull sale and there's a lot of bidders, there are just not that many to choose from. And Lorenzen has a great number of bulls, and we can pick what we want, and the other buyers can pick what they want.
As an auctioneer, I've always been very impressed with the buying power at ringside at Lorenzen Ranches, their production sales, and the spring of the year. To see the caliber of cattlemen and cattlewomen alike at ringside that are there year in and year out. That says a lot about their product as well. I can say with great conviction at a lot of the sales that I've been to, whether they're here on the West, we're in the Midwest, in the South, when I talk about Pendleton, Oregon, they ask about Lorenzen Red Angus.